for you. Nobody can do it like McDonald's can. So carry out a lunch today, 'cause nobody can make your day
Good lunch.
like McDonald's can.
Nobody serves you dinner
Quite the way we do.
Big Mac, French fries, great hamburger.
We do it all for you.
Nobody can do it like McDonald's can. Golden arches shining bright. Nobody can say
Good night.
like McDonald's can.
KOIN TV, Portland.
I bet that put a kink in his plow line.
The smile on your face is there because you know that your mouth tastes great. And it's nice when their teeth are getting strong and the clean in your mouth is Colgate.
Colgate is more than a brisk, clean taste. With regular brushing, Colgate's fluoride penetrates the surface of tooth enamel. Not this fast, but it gets in and fights cavities.
There's a twinkle in your eye when there's fluoride for their teeth and the clean in your mouth is Colgate.
My hands felt like the skin just did not fit my hand itself, like it had shrunk, and it just was too tight.
Then Mrs. Ralston discovered Dermassage dishwashing liquid. Only Dermassage has protein.
My hands don't feel so tight. They feel more comfortable now.
Dermassage actually improves dry, irritated detergent hands.
Dermassage cuts through the grease. My hands feel fine. Feels like I've found the right size skin now.
You're a strong finisher, Pat. Aye. Am I too strong? Then shower up with Irish Spring. The double deodorant soap. The very one. To get a strong man fresh. Look, and these green and white stripes are 2 deodorants to get a man fresh and clean. What a fine fresh scent.
That's why I use it too.
Look for the Nerf football offer at the Colgate bar soap display at participating stores.
Saturday, the Bears get some bad news when they find out they have to take showers. Jack Warden stars as the Bad News Bears clean up their act. Then, from Rudyard Kipling's classic Jungle Books, the story of a boy raised as a wolf, Mowgli's Brothers, following the Bad News Bears, Saturday at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.
Y'all better not go to the refrigerator now.
Time for milk. Yeah. Anytime is the right time for milk. Oh, yeah. A glass of milk on a summer day. Anytime's the right time. Yeah. Pour yourself a glass real tall. It's time that you had a ball, 'cause anytime at all is the time for milk. So anytime at all is the time for milk.
Powerful, good feeling from Cheerios.
Your family needs powerful, good nutrition, so serve them a Cheerios breakfast. Cheerios is made from wholesome ingredients, like oats, the grain highest in protein. No gimmicks, just basic goodness in this nutritious breakfast.
Cheerios.
I was born in this American Tourister suitcase, and boy, what we've been through. Like the time we bounced into Turtle Bend. Whew! And the time they wouldn't renew my contract in Peoria.
Get out of here.
Huh? But I came out of it all without a scratch. Knock on wood. This is the only way to travel. American Tourister.
Dukes of Hazzard will continue. Saturday, a stricken cop with 20 years on the force, a loving family, and 10 days left to retirement, dies. His family's pension is lost unless 4 friends can keep his death secret for those 10 final days. One tough cop stands in the way of The Last of the Good Guys, the CBS Saturday night movie at 9, 8 Central and Mountain.
Sunday, Burt Lancaster as Moses, the prophet who led his people from sin and slavery. Moses the Lawgiver, Sunday at 10, 9 Central and Mountain.
This is CBS.
Fred Meyer has more and more and more.
Father's Day is June 17th, and Fred Meyer has just the right gift. Save over $30 on this 21-inch Buddy L gas grill, now $79.96. This handyman's toolbox with tow tray, $466. Put this quarter-inch Black & Decker drill in it for just $677. Or wrap up Aladdin Stanley thermos for just $1444. Gifts for Dad from Fred Meyer. They're always more than just savings. Merv Griffin, 7 p.m. weekdays.
Ever had one?
Everybody eats and drinks, some fast, some slow, from plate to mouth to stomach. Of course, it does have to pass through the throat. Funny how often we forget about that until we choke. Usually, it's only a minor annoyance. Happens every day. What you may not realize is that choking can be a very serious matter. Every year in this country, thousands of people choke to death, many while eating. Yes, I said thousands of people choke to death. Choking is the 7th highest cause of accidental death in the United States. And the sad thing is, many who die could have been saved. This is an X-ray of someone eating. We are looking at the mouth from the front. Watch the swallowing action in slow motion. Sometimes a person will try to swallow something too large for the throat. If it gets stuck, the victim will be unable to breathe. Here is a model of the chest cavity, lungs, and the diaphragm. The balloons represent lungs. When we breathe, our diaphragm moves down and up. This piston-like action causes air to be forced into and out of the lungs. If something blocks the airway and we cannot cough it up, it can lead to an emergency. This is typically how it happens. A pleasant meal, maybe an alcoholic beverage. Sometimes we just aren't thinking about the business of chewing our food properly. A large piece of meat just entered the man's mouth.
Just going to explain this. It was just a...
What's wrong?
Now the air passage is completely cut off by the unchewed meat. He cannot speak or breathe or cough. If unable to breathe, the victim has only 4 to 6 minutes to live. He is powerless to help himself. With no air, he will soon turn blue and lose consciousness. Even now, his brain is being starved for oxygen. The victim is desperate. This woman can save his life if she knows the proper techniques. What would you do in this situation? Remember, only 4 to 6 minutes. Watch now as paramedics demonstrate the techniques to be used in rescuing the choking victim. Begin with 4 back blows. If unsuccessful, apply 4 abdominal thrusts. Back blows dislodge a foreign body. Abdominal thrusts create air pressure to force it out. Back blows are administered quickly and sharply. Abdominal thrusts should be a quick upward thrust. This choking victim has become unconscious. A pulse in the carotid artery indicates a heartbeat. The chest, however, does not rise during mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, indicating the airway may be blocked. The rescuer quickly administers 4 quick, sharp back blows. The upper abdomen is located between the ribs and the navel. 4 quick upward thrusts are used. Our mechanical model illustrates the principles at work when rescuing a choking victim. Abdominal thrusts literally blow the object out. If 4 thrusts are ineffective, pull the mouth open. The obstruction may be within reach of your finger. Be careful not to force the object deeper in the throat. Use a sweeping motion to remove it. Repeat the procedure until you are successful. The rescuer may either work from the side or straddle the victim. Variations on these techniques should be learned for victims who are obese or pregnant. Here is the method used when rescuing children. Abdominal thrusts are executed in this manner. Notice the posture of the child. Do not apply full force when practicing. Unnecessary injury could easily result. On the unconscious child, the abdominal thrusts can be executed with one hand. Remember, mouth-to-mouth ventilation is performed covering both the mouth and the nose of the infant. Hold the child this way. For small infants, you may also use your fingertips. You yourself may be a choking victim when there is no one around to rescue you. Here are 2 ways to self-administer the abdominal thrusts. Notice the position of the hands. Again, use common sense. Do not injure yourself practicing.
funny.
Now, back to our earlier emergency. 4 back blows, followed by 4 abdominal thrusts. She may have saved his life. Would you have been able to do what she did? Prepare for such an emergency as this. Train under a qualified instructor. And most important, remember not to practice full force. Although these techniques can save lives, they can also cause injury. Meanwhile, here are some things that you can do without training. Keep objects like this away from small children. Instruct children not to run with things in their mouth. Do not overindulge in alcoholic beverages while eating. And slow down. Take your time when you eat. Chew your food well. Cut your meat into small pieces. It will also make you feel better after you've eaten if you chew properly. Most important, remember, act fast. 4 to 6 minutes, and it may be too late. First, recognize the symptoms. The victim cannot speak, breathe, or cough. He may indicate his problem by grasping his throat with his hand. If the victim is standing and conscious, 4 back blows, 4 abdominal thrusts. Repeat the procedure until successful. If possible, have someone call for help. If a choking victim is unconscious yet has a pulse, administer 4 back blows, 4 abdominal thrusts, and the finger probe. Repeat these procedures until you are able to ventilate or the victim begins to breathe on his own. Remember, choking can kill, yet you can learn to save a life.
Train. If I gotta walk, I'm gonna fly just the same. Kansas City, here I come. They got some crazy little women there. I'm gonna get me one. A plane and I might take a train. If I gotta walk, I'm gonna fly just the same. Kansas City, here I come. Hey, 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 they got some crazy little women there. I'm gonna get me one.
They got some crazy little women there. I'm gonna get me one. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. They got some crazy little women there. I'm gonna get me one.
Crack open the morning of a brand new day. Coast starts you off in a special way. The morning begins when Coast touches your skin. The cool, brisk scent really opens your eyes, makes you come alive. That clean Coast feeling gets you going again. Coast, what a great way to begin. Ice cream, Carvel, ice cream. We make fresh ice cream every day at Carvel's. America's freshest ice cream every way at Carvel's. Fresh Carvel ice cream.
There's a more colorful New York in New York Newsday.
It's my mother's!
Hey, how are you? Hey, thank you.
More colorful New York news, sports, opinion, entertainment. More colorful total coverage. There's a more colorful New York in New York Newsday.
Veterinarians know that puppies have special needs. So before Alpo made their puppy food, they consulted veterinarians nationwide, and the result is Alpo puppy food. With the formula preferred by responding vets 2-to-1 over the leading puppy food. Alpo is more digestible and has the high-quality protein a growing puppy needs. Alpo puppy food. It's the pick of veterinarians and the pick of the litter.
Richard Burton returns in the robe after these messages.
Use Reynolds Wrap to clean.
To clean?
Just line your pans with Reynolds Wrap, and all your cleanup is a snap. When you cook with Reynolds, you will see your greasy mess is history. Look how easy your life can be when you cook with Reynolds Wrap.
Now, Reynolds presents another way to wrap right. If Reynolds plastic wrap clings tight enough to keep this fruit outside, imagine how fresh it'll keep your fruit inside. Now that's not fair.
It's the handy-dandy, light and lively six-pack. Snack it, smack it, back it, pack it, tuck one in your jacket.
Yogurt lovers, you'll love the money-saving six-pack of light and lively low-fat yogurt. So smooth, creamy, fruity, and delicious.
So stock a sack, yeah. Get the knack of the handy-dandy, light and lively six-pack.
It's all here in the Bahamas. You have a lot to do.
You may not want to do it all, but it's nice to know it's there.
It's back in the Bahamas.
Bahamas Express, 4 days, 3 nights from $276, including airfare and hotel.
Fish are biting.
Are the fish awake already, Grandpa?
You bet. I can't wait. I haven't seen the lake in years.
Today's Sierra Club is working to make the rain safe to sing in, the lake safe to fish in, and the world safe to breathe in.
Wait till you see this lake.
But there's so much more to be done. The Sierra Club.
They've been lied to by their parents, the teachers, the TV. Pretty soon they begin to think that everything told to them is a bunch of crap.
Now, an unprecedented movie event.
New
from SBU Music, a subsidiary of K-Smile Records, Tapes, and Sausages, we are legally obligated to present the soundtrack to the single most loathed series on the internet, the Oddity Archive. Yes, for the first time in 13 years, that grown man that sits behind a cardboard box has unspooled a load of 13 all-new brain droppings, plus 3 old ones. Trudge through the mud that is your life with such turgid tunes as The Battle at Elderbush Gulch. The reviews are in, and they're glowing, thanks to radioactivity. Asinine, unforgivable, redundant, derivative, spits in the face of hardworking musicians everywhere. And when you hear rejected Weather Channel music like this, we think you'll agree. And if you order now, you'll still be saddled with Kerwin, Goblin Truck, and the most depressing recording of all time, Buchwaltz. Because the artist is so full of himself, he's decided to, quote-unquote, sing on 2 tracks. Take comfort in knowing your dying cat can belt out a better tune than A Fool There Was.
And a fool there was, and a fool there always.
But don't take our word for it. The leg ends of rock journalism have all weighed in. Just read the reviews. Order by midnight tonight and receive a bonus album. Just play the existing one backwards. It'll probably sound different. Available on dodgy CDR, mildly sticky cassette, and as an untraceable, probably virus-free download. Order now! We dare ya. To order music from the Oddity Archives, send cash, United States currency only, and ideally in unmarked bills, to Oddity Archives Soundtrack, P.O. Box 1564, Worms, Nebraska 90125. Again, that's music from the Oddity Archives, P.O. Box 1564, Worms, Nebraska 90125. All sales final. Oh dear, I think we're heading off to Diddlebach land. I promised my camera was working earlier. That's part of why I was late. I was testing the stupid camera. Well, that's just irritating as all hell. Well, I guess I'll just have to talk over the test pattern today. Bummer. So much for taking that extra 10 minutes, jeez. Anyway, that's going to make my intro a little tougher. I guess we're heading for Diddlebach territory again. So anyway, yes, tonight kicks off the summer of Arch Hall Jr., the great thespian and early rock and roll songwriter and so on. And yes, I am being slightly snarky with that. So, tonight, when I say the summer of Arch Hall Jr., he made, I believe, 6 movies. But I'm only going to run 2 this summer because that's all I've got, at least on analog formats. But tonight we are not going to run the really infamous one. It is going to be the first one, and probably the most obscure of the lot. So tonight's film is called The Choppers. It was made in 1959, but not released till 1961, because Arch Hall Sr., who wrote and directed and appears as a reporter in this thing, couldn't seem to get anybody to put the movie out to get distribution for it. So it did eventually come out in, I believe, only a handful of drive-in theaters, and I think I have the perfect gag for this one. So this movie is about, when they say choppers, they don't mean bikes, motorcycles. They mean like a chop shop for cars, illegally stealing car parts and doing stuff that way. So, yeah, it's a bit of a misnomer of a name. Now, I wish my camera were working. I'll give it one. That blows. I wish I could show you, but this copy is on VHS. It's from what's known as the Biker and Bad Girl Gems collection. There are neither in this movie. And this particular copy is from 1990 from the Al Taylor Company, and it is a little clunky. I've played it once recently, and it made it, so hopefully it holds up for tonight. But yes, what we're going to see is a very heartwarming story about wayward youths and, trying to make a few extra bucks by, granted, illegally chopping up people's cars. Now, earlier I mentioned having the perfect gimmick for this. Since it only ran at a few drive-thrus, I think they should have had some kids go through and steal hubcaps while it was running. But then again, they might not have gotten away with that one. So anyway, it just irritates me that my camera's not playing nice right now. Like I said, the reason I started late was because I was having trouble, but I got it working, but unfortunately it is not happening now. So anyway, yes, we are going to do The Choppers, and this is not a very long movie. This is from 1965. It is, or what am I saying? It is 65 minutes long, and you can tell the camera thing's really throwing me off here. 65 minutes long, and it is pure schlock. If you have ever seen any Arch Hall Jr. movie, even the more relatively well-regarded ones, there's a definite schlock factor to all of them. So embrace the schlock. Feel free to riff MST3K style in the comments. I might throw in a few little jokes here and there. But yes, enough of the color bars and enough of my ill-functioning camera. Let's get to this if my mic holds out. Let's hope this is not Diddlebach 2.
That day when I walked out of the chief's office at City Hall, I didn't feel so good. You see, I'm a reporter. Jim Bradford's my name. I broadcast on radio and television, and I cover a lot of stories. But this one scared me a little. Our greatest national resource was in danger. I wasn't thinking about oil or water or things like that. I was, well, thinking about kids, yours and mine. Youngsters are the future. Well, I know that school and church and government officials work hard to preserve this resource, not to mention all the efforts of mothers and fathers. But this story, it made me think. It was the story of 5 boys, ages 16 to 18. Boys who steal hubcaps and gasoline may become young men who dismantle entire automobiles or rob banks or enter the rackets. A kid with a doting parent can get too much too early. That can lead to a craving for more excitement than any teenager can handle. This is Jack Cruiser Bryan. His family is wealthy. He has never known his father. His mother spends most of her time in Las Vegas, Palm Springs, or New York. The choppers call him Torch. He's made a buck any way he could since he was 6. He has 7 brothers and sisters and a father with a fondness for spirits and can't afford a large family. Torch loves convertibles, pretty girls, ready cash. This is Tony the Snooper Pinelli. He can strip the valuables off a car in less time than some people can comb their hair. His story is of too many stepfathers. Tony can make a radio out of wire and tin cans. With proper guidance, he might have been a first-class engineer. This is Ben Shore, powerful as a wrestler, with a wonderful sense of humor, and the idle time to be a chopper. Still growing, his brain hasn't caught up with his biceps. Flip Johnson isn't sure if he's 16 or even 19. He was left with an aunt and uncle who have a family of their own. His first theft was a peanut butter sandwich at school. Now he'll steal anything he can carry or load on a truck. Fast with a knife, he's convinced he can bluff his way out of any sort of trouble.
Okay, come on, let's flip it. Here we go. Once more. Over she goes. Okay, cut it. That's all the time we got. Go, man, go! Sounds like these hens are allergic to smoke. Reminds you of my mother.
They got the pip, that's why they squawk.
Well, I sure hope it isn't contagious. I'd hate to break up with these chicks.
Cruiser says they're the best investment we ever made.
Hey, we're just in time. See the pickup coming?
Cruiser was right. You said we'd have to knock on it.
Oh, good heavens, what happened to my
Can't understand it. There now. After all, it's only a car. What about it, Mr. Snyder?
Only one thing to do, go back to the station, phone the police. Sure looks like the choppers have been here.
The choppers?
Yeah, it's a gang of thieves operating across the whole county.
Well, what about the car? What can we do?
Well, if I were you good people, I'd forget it. It's a total wreck. Let the insurance company worry about it. We go back to the service station, I'll pick up the tow truck and tow it in.
Hi, Moose. Gang you there?
In the yard.
Don't get up.
Punk.
What's the matter, cowboy?
Your chickens ain't getting enough exercise. I'm trying to make them happy.
See, I told you. Looks to me like you're trying to drive them crazy.
They ain't laid so much as one egg in a week.
Neither have we. 5 jobs, just like that.
We can count.
Oh, the brain. Just once, why don't you show up on time so you can lift something?
Oh, I just thought maybe there's something I could use on my heap. Just think, cowboy. Half an hour ago, this pile of junk was moving 60 miles an hour.
You think the Squire John even knows he's been hit yet?
Oh, he does now. I'm giving him 10 minutes to weep over his wreck. He should be on the phone right now, crying his little heart out to the cops.
Okay, goodbye. Well, it's the choppers again. They cut up a new car out on 18 while some guy and his wife went after a can of gas. Speaking of wives, means I won't make it home tonight. Poor Mary will understand. She was having friends then, too.
Anytime I eat a sandwich, I can always tell where the hell her mother made it. Boy.
I'd better call Tom Hart. After all, those insurance investigators are as anxious to grab those choppers as we are. Tom may want to ride along.
She never puts anything on a sandwich to make it swallow easy. No butter, nothing.
She probably just forgot.
Forgot my eyes. She wants to choke me to death.
Hello, let me speak to Tom Hart, please. Hi, Tom. Frank Fleming, car theft detail. Yeah. Just got a call from out on number 18. The choppers pulled off another job. Thought you'd like to go along.
All right, Frank, how about my picking you up on the way over? All right, about 10 minutes, all right? Good. Well, that's it for today, beautiful.
So, I suppose you forgot all about the steak dinner you promised me.
Dinner, schminner. We'll both be eating birdseed if Frank and I don't break up that chopper gang.
Oh, I hate you.
Oh, no, we can't do that. Tell you what, I'll feed you on the way, huh?
On the way. Suppose I'll settle for another hamburger at Joe's Drive-In.
Oh, now, beautiful, you know a big steak has too many calories.
So thoughtful all of a sudden.
Entertain your friends, she said, for a fuller, richer life. I entertain my lawyer and my sweet and loving wife. And I want to tell the
Lot of money, boys. Lot of money.
Yeah, it's 10 cents on the dollar, and you know it. You give us the same story every time.
Grease this palm, Big Daddy-O. Peel off those cabbage leaves. Every time I see that loaf of bread, I flip. Some night, Moose, you go home with me.
Like tonight, kid?
Keep counting, Moose. He's just talking, and don't get shook.
80, 84.
5. That's the kind of music I like. The sweet whisper of them greenbacks kissing each other. Oh, man.
Well, it's better than the cowboy singing those lullabies.
You better like to hear him sing. When he stomps, it means the fuzz is here.
We're scared silly.
It's 200 even.
Mucho gracias.
Split it up on the outside. You guys bother me.
For you, Moose, anything. Let's cut out and grab some grub.
Some guy'll stick a shiv in you someday, Moose. Hoarding all that bread.
That'll be the day, kid. Punks.
You gotta admit, though, them kids really move.
Yeah. Someday somebody's gonna have to slow them down. They're getting a little too cocky.
Somebody like the Moose?
If you lose those parts, the junk detail will be here first thing in the morning.
Don't worry, boss. Ain't they always?
Yeah, always. See you in the morning.
Entertain your lawyer, said my sweet and loving wife.
They hit hard and fast. There's no amateurs in this outfit.
Oh, no. These guys are artists with their touches. Come here. Look at this.
It must have taken 5 or 6 of them to upend this baby.
Well, it's worth the energy. Makes it easy to get at the goodies.
The owner says he ran out of gas, but he's sure he filled it up in town.
Well, I must have drained most of it. Just left enough to get out here.
No, Tom, there's too much margin for error that way. They drain it completely dry, and then put enough back in to call their shots.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It must have been that way, all right.
Come on, are you going to be here all day? It's getting late.
There's no chance of picking up any tire marks on this stuff.
It's way past supper time.
Yeah, it's a choppers, all right. They're getting as regular as a TV show.
Well, I'll put the junk detail on it the first thing in the morning. Meanwhile, you have your insurance agents give me all the numbers.
Right.
And we'll prowl these spots. Maybe one of these days we'll get a break.
Look, I don't care where we eat. Let's just eat, okay?
Did I hear you say something about being hungry?
Oh! Feather, chicken feather. It must be from one of your other chicks.
Oh, cut it
A
out.
fine thing, not a single clue.
Susie, how about a kiss?
Oh, she's beautiful in them pants. You know, it's not that I like girls so much, but there's something about the way they're built.
How about 5 cheeseburgers, cutie?
I admit that I like girls, but girls don't like me. The cruiser keeps telling me to get contact lenses.
Sure. They give your eyes that dreamy look.
Let's all go over to Susie's pad after midnight. I could go 8 for you, baby.
Yes, Lord.
What I do, baby? Kiss me. Hey, where's all the girls? You guys got anthrax or something?
Get a load of that big smooch. Talk about tall in the saddle.
Yeah, couple of fanatics. They go wall to wall.
Get a load of the shimmers on that tank.
I got the message, man. I got the message.
It's away. These aren't exactly business hours.
A bet? The fanatics ought to be ashamed. Chomping up a big love nest right here in front of us young people. Things like that is a bad influence, Ben.
Go on, Snooper. Pick up a couple extra bucks.
Shouldn't shake him all up like that, Ben. You know he'll do anything.
Gotta keep my boy happy.
You drinking?
Only with my eyes.
Thanks.
Look, Flip's got a place case nice for the chicks, maybe.
Give me the layout, Flip. I'll cruise it and call in right after school.
Get a load of that candy and cake.
Wow. That's what I call genuine laughing plaster.
Well, thank you. Gosh, you're my star.
Pure lure, all right, but I bet we'll snoop her in.
That ain't fuzz.
Cruiser calls it fuzz, that's good enough for me. He can smell a kid of Catalina.
You squaring with a joint cologne fuzz.
Fade.
Served a lot faster inside.
Be even faster if you went straight in the kitchen. Served yourself, wouldn't it?
You don't get merchandise like that in no supermarket.
How does Fuzz rate that carriage class?
Hey, that reminds me. I got a date with Gypsy tonight. I'm cutting out.
Yeah, we better get out of here, too. I don't like the clientele in this place. It's getting lousy.
Hey, what's the action?
We're getting out. You guys better do the same. That smoocher comes up for air, he's gonna start screaming for those hubcaps.
Big men. Scared out by a little heap.
Yeah.
You know, I think this fuzzy little car is sick. Hot head. Might need an emergency operation.
Oh, I agree. By all means, let's operate, Doctor. Scalpel, Doctor.
Won't start.
Say, Tom, don't you have any hubcap?
Hey, my battery's gone.
The radio's gone too, darling.
What?
And your carburetor. You've been stripped, pal.
Oh, no.
Really, Tom?
All right. Now, don't you dare laugh. All right, you either.
Excuse me, Tom, but it is kind of funny.
I don't see anything funny. All right.
Where you been, you lazy good-for-nothing? I've been waiting for you for hours.
Hiya, Pop. What's the matter?
We gotta get to the store. That's what's the matter. You know my truck's broke down.
No sweat. I'll take Mom.
Your mother's cooking supper. She can't get away.
I'll go then. No sweat. What you need?
Well, as a matter of fact, she don't need nothing. I'm a little short, son. You got any money on you?
Sure I got money. Get in. You know they won't sell it to me. What's all the fuss about? If you're out of booze, why don't you just say so?
That's a good boy, son. I knew you'd get it for me.
Oh, yes, sir. Right. Oh, yes, sir. I've had more cooperation than I've ever had before in my life. The auto theft and junkyard boys are all over the place. They've given it the fine-tooth comb treatment. They've come up with absolutely nothing. Well, we're up against a pretty smooth operation.
The choppers chopped again yesterday on Route 18, dismantling a new automobile in broad daylight. Later that evening, investigators had their own car stripped while...
Well, sir, I don't need any more help, sir. I just need a little more time, and I think I can come up with something. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right. Look, beautiful, if you read that bit just one more time, I'm going to fire you, and I've never been more sincere about anything before in my life.
I'm sorry, Tom. Really, I am. Look, don't get so shook about it.
Well, of course I'm shook. I'm one half as shook as Frank is in the police department. They're laughing those poor guys out of City Hall. Chief of police has even called a special meeting. Frank called me and asked me if I'd go with him. Oh, the poor guy feels like an idiot.
Imagine how that makes you feel.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. Look, beautiful, you aren't going to let me use that little car of yours, aren't you, while mine's being fixed?
Well, sure. On, one condition, though.
Huh?
I'd like something left for a souvenir. Maybe a couple bolts or a wheel or, you know.
Hey, cut it out.
What's so interesting? Genius.
Get away, Gypsy. Can't you see? I'm reading about a new kind of axle.
Axle? How can you get all bugged about an axle?
Oh, listen. With this little trick, I can get another 20, maybe 30 miles per hour, and with less RPM.
Well, that's what I don't understand about men. Here we have a pool and a hi-fi, and you talk about axles and RPMs and all that junk.
Well, this is what I don't understand about women. They're always nagging a guy.
Oh, I didn't mean to. I don't want to nag. You see, well, that's why my pop walked out on Mom.
Gee, I sure wish I'd have known my old man. He liked speed, too. Guess he was a really great flyer. He was the hottest pilot in his outfit.
I bet he was cute. Just like you.
The Japs dived on him when he was drifting down in a parachute. Machine gun. Poor Pop. He didn't have a chance.
I bet I can beat you. 3 laps, freestyle? Come on.
Is this everything? I'm not keeping you awake, am I?
Oh, no, officer. It's just that we do so little business here, I sort of got in the habit of taking a little nap in the sun once in a while.
According to this ledger, you don't do much business. You mean that's all there is?
Oh, absolutely, officer. Why, old Moose wouldn't buy a Hershey bar without writing it down in that there book.
Yeah, I'll bet.
I can't afford to take any chances. Not if you want to stay in business.
Did you find anything? What are you doing with that thing?
It's protection. Never know when to get held up around here. There are thieves after my kind of merchandise, too, you understand.
I understand this. Somebody around here is dealing in hot stuff. And we find a party, they're going to cool off up the river. And you better get rid of that cannon. It might get you in trouble. Give him that gun, Dennis.
Drop in any time.
Don't worry, we will.
Stinking junk detail. I'd like to let him have both barrels.
Boss, that stuff's piling up. It's all I could do to hide it. Them kids are bringing it in faster than we can get rid of it.
Yeah. Maybe we ought to chop off a few of them choppers, huh?
Yeah? Pow! 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 Pow!
Knock it off, cowboy. Here, get some hot dogs.
What's your dial setting?
700. There's a good spot up above here, so I'll keep you infilled.
Got you. Take off.
What a set of wheels.
Come on, move it.
This is JB, in position testing.
Loud and clear, JB, loud and clear.
All clear. Proceed according as planned. I'm standing by. Roger and out.
There's a four-foot cat named Conga Joe. Got a crazy pad down in Borneo. From his little black feet to his fuzzy duck tail, he's a corncool cat with a jungle quail. Pom 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 pee, pom 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 pom. Pom 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 pee, pom 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 pom. Little black Minnie, her hair on a bone, moving in a corner rocking all alone. Is that Joe, my steady date for an itsy bitsy pygmy he can navigate? Bum 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 bee, bum 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 bee, bum 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 bum. Dragon and a dragon let their elbows knock. Pygmy village party to the jungle rock. Baboons laughing in a treetop stone, shrieking and a grinning and a having a ball. Bum bum bee, bum 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 bum. Bum bum bee, bum 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 bum. Funny little monkey swinging into the crowd, jiggling and a wriggling and a yelling out loud. Tiger comes a dancing and a prancing by, drinking nappy juices makes a tiger high. Bum bum bee, bum 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 bum.
JB calling. Square John has returned. I repeat, Square John has returned ahead of calculated schedule. May involve PD. I repeat, may involve PD.
PD will be blasting up here, PDQ.
Yeah. Load up. And leave the wheels.
Don't be greedy.
JB calling. Quit dragging your tails. Expedite. I repeat, expedite.
Cruiser sounds great, don't he? Just like TV.
Oh, he's no big rubbish yet. We'll load it Benson back.
What's the matter? What? It's a flat! Hey, Ben, bring out the jack!
Mobile unit LT, calling JB. Come in, JB. This is JB. What is wrong, mobile unit? You've stopped. Over. We've got a flat tire. Estimated delay, 3 minutes. Over. Tough luck, mobile unit. Mobile unit, unidentified vehicle approaching from side road. May be a bandit.
Having any trouble? Oh, flat tire, eh?
Yeah, Pop, but we don't need any help.
I should think not. Poor young huskies like you.
I told you, Pop, we don't need no help.
Well, I didn't offer any. I just like chicken. What kind are they?
White ones.
Do you want to sell them?
No, I don't want to sell them. Now buzz off, will you, Buster? You're blocking the highway. Mobile unit, bandits. Bandits, cut out.
What are they, layers?
No, they're not layers, and they're not for sale. Now burn out, mister.
Oh.
We love them chickens.
Okay, okay. You don't have to get so hard about it. What's the matter with you?
Mobile unit, can you read me? Come in.
Mobile unit to JB. We had to get off the air for a while, but we're moving now and all is well. Over.
Mobile unit, there are bandits approaching. I repeat, bandits. And you are on a dead-end street. Reverse. I repeat, reverse.
If we reverse, we'll be going right back to the cops.
Cruiser knows what he's doing.
Hey, what's going on?
Mobile unit, you turned the wrong way.
Here they come. We'll beat him to the corner.
Yeah, but if we turn right, we're heading straight for him, and if we turn left, we're going back to the wreck. JB, can you see us? Which way do we turn, left or right over?
Turn left, mobile unit. I repeat, turn left. I can see you. Flip, Snooper, give him the farmer routine. Get it?
Hey, what's going on?
Fuzz, keep it quiet.
Howdy, officer. Was we going too fast?
We're looking for a stolen car. Have you seen anything of a blue car with a white top?
No, sir, but I seen a green car with a white top. It passed us back there in peace.
Oh, that was a white car, wasn't it, with a red top?
What was it, a blue car or a white car?
Well, I don't know, but it was going that way.
No, it wasn't. It is coming this way.
All right, let's start all over again.
Hey, who's that guy think he is? He pretty near hit you fellas.
Darn, I hate them smart Alex.
All right, you guys can go. Thanks just the same.
Just sorry we can't help you none.
There's nothing on wheels that'll catch up with a cruiser.
Just like this when you found it, huh?
Just like that. It didn't stay stolen very long.
Well, they never do. What do you think, Tom?
Well, insurance rates are going up again.
The choppers.
Sure, who else? This job was done by experts.
You say... You say this was a hotshot call? The car had just been stolen, huh?
Yes, sir. The owner said not more than 10 minutes. I let him go. He was late for work.
How much time do you figure to do this?
Well, it's not a complete job. But I'd say at least 10 minutes.
10 minutes? You want an introduction? 10 minutes, huh? That would put you and the choppers in this area about the same time. Did you see anybody?
Nobody that could have done it.
Did you see anybody who couldn't have done it?
There was a kid in a hot rod. He almost ran into us when we were talking to a truck driver, but he came from the wrong direction.
Kid in a hot rod. Was he alone?
Yes, sir. There isn't much traffic on this road.
Well, officer... Liz, will you please wait for us in the car?
What did I do?
Will you just please wait for us in the car?
Big deal.
Now, if you don't mind, let's get back to that truck driver.
Just a couple of kids hauling poultry.
Poultry? What kind of poultry?
Chickens, a whole mess of them in crates.
White chickens?
Yeah, come to think of it, white.
What's this?
Well, the last time the choppers hit, Liz picked a chicken feather just like that off my sleeve.
Hey, Cruiser, I want to talk to you.
Why not?
Snooper says you had a close call today.
What's the matter? You worried about us?
No, kid, I worry about me. You guys have been pulling too many jobs lately. I think you ought to lay off for a while.
You really think so, Moose?
Yeah, you guys are getting too hot. You got the junk detail coming here every day.
Well, that's your problem.
That's right. And the answer is we don't do no more business for a while.
Here's the tally, boss. We owe him $128.
Hey, Torch, you want to hear something funny? The Moose thinks we ought to knock off for a while.
That's a gasser. What's the matter, Chubby? We making too big a dent in your bankroll or something?
I'm just trying to tell you that for your own good, you gotta get smart. Don't do no more jobs until the heat's off.
Well, maybe we like it hot.
And you better take your business someplace else. What's so funny?
You are, Moose. If you think you can shut us off.
You'll buy anything we bring in as long as we're in business.
One word to the junk detail and you're out of business.
Well, that's even funnier, isn't it, Torch? Listen, fat stuff. If we go down, you go down, and don't you forget it. This whole operation was your idea. We were just a bunch of punk kids stealing hubcaps for kicks. But who showed us where the big money is? And who rigged up the torches and showed us how to chop a car? I never even knew what the word meant till you and I started having our little talks.
That's right, Cruiser. And you know what else, Moose? You'll even get an extra bolt for contributing to the delinquency of minors.
Say the word, boss. The word's 120. What?
8.
Sure, boys. Only let's make it 130, shall we? It's a nice, round figure. Cowboy, put that away. After all, like they say, we're partners. Here.
There it is! Green! My favorite color.
Ah, Ulysses, take me to your leader.
So long, partner. Come on.
I've got one just like that, cowboy. Someday I'll show it to you.
Why didn't you just lay down and let them walk all over you?
Don't be as stupid as they are. Any trouble right now and we'd all end up in the jug. But tomorrow, that's going to be a different story.
What's tomorrow going to change?
By tomorrow, I want everything those junk punks ever lifted out of here. I want this yard picked clean. Dump the stuff at cut prices if you have to.
Yeah, but boss, we'll lose dough.
I'll get it back. I'll break in a new bunch of rats. Might even expand a bit and go in for the big stuff. But I don't want nothing here that'll tie me in with the choppers.
We still got the truck and the chickens.
Now, after they drive out of here on their next job, I close the gate behind them, and they can yell copper all they want, but they can't prove nothing.
What's up, boys?
Boy, I never knew there were so many produce companies in this town.
That's a blank wall, too, Tom.
No, I think those chickens are the answer to our problem.
Yeah, you may be right. I know we've been running around like a couple of chickens with their heads cut off.
Well, that's our job.
Is to get those...
I agree.
Now, here's what we're going to do. So far, the choppers have pulled all their jobs in this area. That's because there's not too many houses and the service stations are far and few between. Now, you know we don't have enough men to keep the whole area under surveillance. But we do have enough time.
Stakeout, huh?
Yeah, exactly. So I'll put the bite on the chief for a new car, and we'll have it run out of gas right here. Then the driver will walk back to the service station, and we'll be where we can see what happens.
And what happens if nothing happens?
Well, we go on to the next road, and the next, and the next.
All right, I'm with you. Meantime, I'm late for a date. See ya.
Later.
Frank, wait, don't do it. Howard's mother made that. If you're not used to them, it'll kill yourself. Put it down, please.
Well, if you don't mind, I'd like to risk a half of one anyway.
That's your funeral, right?
Well, with all this work we got ahead of us tonight getting ready for the stakeout, I'll never make it home on time.
I thought you were going to take Mary and the kids to the movies.
Yeah, I thought I was going to take my wife and kids to a lot of places, a lot of nights. Listen, check the garage and see what kind of a car we can get for tomorrow.
Boy, I'm hungry, but I've had it too. Whew.
Hey, Fink! Out of there, I want in there.
If I were you, buddy, I'd do like the man says.
Why should I? I was here first.
Well, this is a democracy, isn't it? You better move.
Well, that's just it. That guy has no right to bull his way around.
Gee whiz. That sure is a beautiful paint job. Probably got 50 coats of lacquer. Man!
You can't even scratch it, Ben.
What's the big idea? Them aluminum hubcaps sure are soft.
Look at that, will you?
Are you crazy?
Oh, is this your car?
Of course it's my car. What are your names? Me, Geronimo. He, Chief Crazy Horse. We scalp things like you.
We are just a couple of small businessmen.
I'm not afraid of you, Rat.
Oh, Norman, please, let's go.
You better listen to the cutie, Norman.
Yeah, she is cute, ain't she?
She is.
Oh, come on, Norman, please, let's go.
Character for nerve. You notice how he stole that tray? What a thing to do. Get lost, will you, Cruiser? Gypsy and I want to smooch a little. Gypsy? Because you're with a lady now.
I'm sorry, Snooper, but you're just not my type.
I bet if I had me some contact lenses, I could look real dreamy.
I better call Mom. Order me a hamburger.
Without onions.
Without onion. Yeah.
Thanks.
Do you mind if I have a look? You know, it sort of reminds me of a car my brother used to drive. We bankrupt the family.
There's nearly $5,000 right here.
Really?
I don't have a rod like this, but I'm a lot better looking than him. Besides, I'm free. You want to see your muscles?
Can I? Heavens! What'll it do?
$1.50. Maybe more when I get my new axle. 6 jugs. Cherry all the way. Want to go for a little moonlight and roses?
Remember, no contact lenses, dear. Some other night it might be a real blast, but right now I'm kind of busy, so I'll talk to you later.
Anytime, baby. Anytime.
Partner, she can have my ranch and all my cattle.
Yeah, down, boy, down.
What in the world is...
It's a wonder that some of these kids don't freeze to death.
Look, I'm not knocking it, but why?
Jack Bryan, 132 North Lafayette, Toluca Woods.
Huh?
Well, that's the registered owner of the hot rod that exactly fits the description of the one that almost ran down the two policemen this afternoon.
Come, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby, that's all I want. Come, baby, let's cruise the scene and be long gone from a bowling green. Monkeys in my hat band, I can do a handstand. Got plenty of money in my old blue jeans. Be long gone from a bowling green. Be long gone from a bowling green. Well, I got a cherry Chevy and a tank full of gas and a chronic apprehension for moving fast. Monkeys in my hat band, I can do a handstand. Got plenty money in my old blue jeans. Be long gone from a bowling green. Well, I know a friend with a big connection. Live it up with a wide selection. Come, baby, got protection. You got anything you want. Come, baby, let's cruise the scene and be long gone from a bowling green. Monkeys in my hat band, I can do a handstand. Got plenty money in my old blue jeans. Be long gone from a bowling green. Be long gone from a bowling green. Be long gone from a bowling green.
Come on, little boy, give us a hand.
Sorry, buddies. I got an important stop to make. Is it still Charlie Blue One? Charlie Blue One.
Who the heck is Charlie Blue One?
Shh. It's a military secret.
They'll be going any minute now.
Taking the chicks out for a little air?
Any objections, partner?
None at all, partner. Lock the gate.
There'll be trouble when they come back and can't get in. Maybe we ought to tip off the cops and make sure they don't get back.
You mean Fink?
Just an idea.
I get the ideas. You just lock that gate. Then maybe you ought to oil up that pea shooter of yours, huh?
Can I wear my holster? I can draw faster.
Why not?
Pow! 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 Pow!
Oh, come on. Lock that gate.
Hi, Jim. Should have known we couldn't hide from you.
Well, you almost did. I just about got lost coming up the back way.
Say, meet Tom Hart, National Car Theft Bureau. Jim Bradford, Worldwide Broadcasting.
Well, I listen to you every night.
Thanks.
Almost. You want to broadcast from up here?
No, we'll just record now and put it on the air later.
Uh-huh.
You know what's happening?
They filled me in down at headquarters. Sounded pretty interesting. Thanks. You think we'll see any action?
Well, we think so. Think it's get awful tiring, but we have good reason to believe the kids will hit pretty soon.
You think the choppers are kids then?
Well, we're pretty sure. We don't know.
Start talking. Here comes Officer Martin.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jim Bradford, your news reporter, on a hilltop overlooking Highway 18 east of the city. This is a police department stakeout, one of the many attempts of your police force to apprehend a gang of auto wreckers who've been given the name of the Choppers because of the manner in which they operate. Right now, I'm watching Officer Frank Martin in plain clothes. He's in the act of running out of gas on a deserted section of highway, just as you and I've done at least once in our lives. He's getting out of his car, cursing himself for passing that last gas station. Now he looks about for help, and there is none. There never is. There's nothing that he can do but start walking back to the nearest gas station. And now he's starting out to walk. Here on the hill, there's nothing to do but just wait. Perhaps nothing will happen on the highway here below us today, but of this we can be almost certain. Somewhere in the area today, a gang of car strippers will strike, and you and I will pay some of the bills and higher insurance premiums. I understand that you're not fishing on this, that you've really got a lead, Frank.
This just for you?
Just for me.
Some kid with a $5,000 hot rod. Yeah, 5 G's. He's been known to be in the vicinity as the Choppings. He might be a lookout. We've been tailing him and getting reports on him.
Hey, Frank, car 13 reports that Brian kid is heading right this way.
That's the one.
This is Fleming in car 9. Tell car 13 to drop back and give the suspect room. I repeat, give him room.
JB calling mobile unit. JB calling mobile unit. Stand by. I'm on target, Charlie Blue 1. I'll buzz it and let you know. Over and out.
Hey, what's the big idea?
Never mind, baby. I might have a job to do.
Wait a minute. Here comes something.
He didn't stop.
Not supposed to. He's just a lookout. If he finds everything clear, then the choppers come in.
And right away.
Well, how can he contact him?
We haven't figured that out yet.
What's going on around here?
Look, baby, I told you I might have a job to do.
Job? Well, what kind of a job?
Never mind.
There they are. You were right, Tom, and so help me, they're carrying a load of chickens.
Chickens?
Mobile unit, buzz, emergency, cut out. I repeat, buzz, emergency, cut out. Oh, let's go.
That's it.
Tell him to shut off the road.
Here's Hennessy in car 5. Poultry truck with suspects headed your way. Roadblock per plan. I repeat, roadblock per plan.
Hang on. We're gonna play chicken.
Calloway in car 9 to Lieutenant Fleming. We just got pushed off the road by the choppers. Caution.
7 and 8 should have to chase them down this road here.
You gonna have to use that?
I hope not.
I hope not, too. But they're just kids.
Yeah, probably.
Roadblock!
Lieutenant Fleming. The hot rods of the Bryan kids headed your way. There's a girl in the car, Lieutenant.
A hot rod.
Hey! Head for the big deal!
Why go to the big deal? We can get fenced in there.
It's part of the plan. Give us 3 minutes, we can have this truck chopped up into little pieces, and no one can prove a thing.
Now, what's Cruiser doing with Gypsy in his car?
Stay in the car.
What are you doing? The cops are right on our tails!
Moose! Out of here, you squirts. I don't know you. Looks like it's too late to run.
Remember, you're in this too.
Not me. I'm holding you for the cops. I'm a respectable citizen. I seen my duty, and I done it.
Why, you dirty fink. And you too, cowboy. Come on, Ben.
Drop it, kid.
We got Ben, too. Don't leave me, I'm hurt.
Nobody's leaving, Flip.
I got the backhaul covered. The meat wagon's on its way.
Damn.
Frank, what about the girl?
She's all right. Let her alone.
It's been a half hour already. What do you suppose they're waiting for?
Who knows? Maybe the policeman's ball. How is it?
I don't know. It's a little numb. Should it be?
You boys in there. You choppers. This is Lieutenant Fleming speaking. Now you're surrounded and there's no escape. We don't want any more shooting. There's been enough already. So I'll give you just 5 minutes to come out of there with your hands up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the voice of Lieutenant Frank Fleming speaking to the three boys who are trapped inside. Do you think they'll give themselves up, Lieutenant?
I don't know. I sure hope so.
And if they don't?
Then we'll just have to take them the hard way.
I see. Thank you, Lieutenant. For the benefit of those who've just tuned in, this is Jim Bradford with another on-the-spot broadcast coming to you from the Big Deal Junkyard, where 3 young car strippers have been cornered and are awaiting capture. Now, I've just been informed that the father of one of the boys trapped inside is here. I'll see if I can't get him to say something. Excuse me, sir.
Oh, reporter, huh?
Well, that's all right. We won't bother about it
That
now.
ain't no bother. Did you tell everybody my boy Torch is in there?
No, I didn't.
Well, then how's anybody gonna know it's him? They got my boy Torch Lester in there. The smart cops think they got him.
Please, Mr. Lester.
What's the matter? This is a free country, ain't it? Can I talk? I want to tell the whole world something. Those cops ain't gonna take my boy Torch. There ain't enough cops in the whole world to take my boy Torch. You hear me? They ain't gonna take my boy Torch.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you pick up your morning newspaper and read about some youngster getting into trouble and wonder why, I think you've heard one good answer.
Frank, they found a couple of places where they can drop over the fence. And I found this in the kid's car.
Well, what do you know? A rigged-up transmitter.
Just think of what that kid might have been, huh?
Yeah, too bad. Well, they have 1 minute left. I'd better tell them. You have 1 minute. 1 minute left. Now give yourselves up. Don't make us come in and get you.
Listen to that fuzz. Next thing you know, they'll be crying.
Yeah, they're all alike. They just want to get us out in the open so they can cut us down.
Would they do that? Sure they would, but they're not gonna get a chance. This pile of iron's like a fort. We can stay here forever.
Or at least till we get hungry.
Time's up.
Well, looky here. How about that? You shooting?
No.
What, something wrong with Cowboy's gun? There's nothing wrong with this. Here.
Look, I think we ought to give up. We can't get out of here and you know it.
So we take a couple of lousy cops with us.
Well, what'll that get us?
The gas chamber.
He's right, and I don't want to go out that way.
So you're yellow.
No, and I'm not stupid either. So we had a ball stealing hubcaps and then starting after the big stuff, but the ball's over. At least let's get out of this alive.
Now who's stupid? I just killed a cop, and the law says you two help me. Chew on that.
Wish I'd never seen Moose. Wish I hadn't brought Gypsy in this. We give up. We're coming out.
Well, it's all over, ladies and gentlemen. What started with the theft of a pair of hubcaps has ended in the violent death of 5 persons. How do you feel, son?
I ain't saying nothing till I get a mouthpiece.
How about
Court! Knock it off, Pop. Find someone else to buy your booze.
You got anything to say, son?
Yeah. We had a ball. A real ball.
That's the story of the choppers. The 3 boys left alive faced jail and disgrace. One probably imprisonment for life. This is Jim Bradford saying goodbye for now.
Well, I will give my camera one last shot, but I bet you it's still that same frozen image from earlier. Yep. Well, that stinks. Well, at least we didn't go full diddlebach with that one. So anyway, that copy of the movie that I just ran is a bit edited. There's a missing scene with the father, the alcoholic father, at one point, and the son offering to go and buy groceries and just whatever junk he wants. And if memory serves, there's another cut of this movie out there. Check YouTube for it, where it ends with a courthouse scene. But yeah, that's the shorter version, but I guess it still felt long enough. So anyway, yeah, so much for any good jokes there. Anyway, I had fun in the chat at least. Well, that's going to be it for this one. Next month, we'll continue/finish the Summer of Arch Hall Jr. with the truly infamous one, especially if you've watched Oddity Archive long enough, Ega. So yeah, we'll do the big one next time. Otherwise, next week it is going to be the first thrifting episode of 2024. And if you've been watching the news lately or following the weather, you know that we've had a lot of rain lately. And even that couldn't stay out of my attempt at thrifting. So if you saw the video I put out today, that partially got derailed by a flash flood warning. And as you will see next week, that got a bit derailed too. But yes, it will still be the first archive thrifting episode of 2024. Otherwise, I'm just going to go ahead and shut things down here before anything else can potentially go wrong. So, good night, everyone. See you 4th of July for archive thrifting. And now, your national anthem. This is station KLAK, Channel 31, Archiveland, concluding another day of broadcasting. This station is owned and operated by Minadian Media Mutual of Midwestern Middle Management. Our station is located in a rundown, flood-prone split level somewhere in South Dakota, with our transmitter located out the back of a JVC HR S7600U SVHS deck at an effective radiated power of 3/20ths of a watt. KLAK is also a member in good standing of the Television Code, despite being out of practice for decades now. We now invite you to join us on KLAK Radio 640 and sometimes 1240 on your AM dial for music all night. On behalf of the staff of KLAK TV, a staff of one, I now bid you good night. And now, our national anthem.